Well, Ryan and I just got done talking a little bit about how fall armyworms affected our brome stands, and so what we wanted to go through here now is a slideshow to kind of show you what some pictures look like, and tell you a little bit about what we did. We actually had two plant pathologists from K-State come down. They helped us determine whether plants were alive or dead, and then we're going to kind of show you these pictures to maybe help you decide if your brome's alive or dead. The first place we started was at a brome field where it was harvested actually in June, and the brome looks really good. As you can see in this picture, there's a lot of regrowth. There's a lot of stuff above the ground. There's no visible soil showing. So this is kind of what we'd expect if we didn't have any fall armyworm damage. And here's a picture of what it looks like when you look straight down into that grass. Now, these pictures, you got to understand, were taken December 21st, but you can see there's a lot of leaf tissue there. There's still some green there. This particular field had no damage whatsoever. When we went to dig it up, and using a shovel is really important. When we went to dig it up, you can see here the roots that were there actually really held that soil together well. And when we talk about roots, we're talking about these little roots that are here. These are the fibrous root system that holds that soil together, and those are what we want to have alive. Okay, that's what we're looking for. In this particular field, we didn't find that. If you look at this field, you can see a lot of the stems just sticking up from where there was cutting. Okay, you don't see very much leaf material, and when you look at the ground on this particular one, look at how much soil you see. There's no leaf tissue anywhere on this, and this particular field was dead. Okay, when we dug up the roots and looked at them under a microscope, they were dead. Here's a field that kind of has all three kinds. You know, there's some places in this field that were very alive. There were some places that were really, really dead, and all you seen was stems. And then there were some places that had a little bit of plant material on top of the ground. And when we dug those up, it showed us that there was a few live roots in these soil samples. So I want to show you what it looks like when we dig these up. Okay, if you look here, the area on the right is the one that has the real good brome stand. Like I said, this was in one location in this same field. There's a lot of soil, there's a lot of roots, but you don't see the soil when you look straight down on it. When you look over here at the top left, you can see there's a few more leaves, a little more tissue standing upright. That particular clump of soil does have some live roots in it. And then if you look at the bottom left, all you're really seeing there is just the stubble. And you can see that there's a lot more soil showing through, and that particular part is the dead part of this field. So when we turn them over, I think this is what we really want to look at. The bottom one, you can see where all the green is. You can see all those roots in there. Those roots are what's holding that soil together. It's what's keeping that plant alive. When we dug this up, it was real hard to get out of the ground, and it held the soil about 5 to 6 inches deep. That's how it just held it all together in this one clump. If you look at the top right now, that's the one that had some damage to it. And when we dug it up, it came out much easier than the good stand, and it held about 3 inches of soil together. And if you look at it, you can still see some small roots in there. Those are the roots that are alive. They're actually trying to do something. Now, I think that particular field is hurt. If you have a field that is hurt like this, I don't expect great production. I think it's going to be weedier, and it may be something that maybe we want to interseed something else in this particular year. If you look at the dead one, the one that's on the top left, that really only held the soil together about an inch or maybe an inch and a half thick. There, you can just look there. There's not very many roots, and that particular part of the field's dead. And if you're wanting forage, guys, you need to be having a plan put in place to maybe seed something into that. So hopefully this will help you make some decisions. Hopefully these pictures are worth 1,000 words. So. If you have questions, don't hesitate to call Ryan or I at the Extension office. Ryan's in Garnett at 785-448-6826, and I'm over in Linden at 785-828-4438.